As the first golden rays of dawn stretch across the American sky, a gentle whisper flows through the stillness of the morning. It is not the sound of traffic, nor the rustle of trees, but the voice of a father calling to his children. "Wake, beloved, the day I've made is here. Come sit with me." And so, as hearts slowly rise from sleep, the soul leans in, and the morning prayer begins. "Heavenly Father," a weary voice speaks, "thank you for the breath I just took. Thank you that the sun still rises, even when my hope sometimes doesn't. Today, before I scroll, before I run, before I worry, I come to you." The world beyond the bedroom window feels heavy, bills waiting, uncertainty looming, relationships aching. But here, in this quiet, sacred space, the child remembers, they are not alone. Up in the heavens, in a radiant realm of light and peace, Jesus sits with the Father. He looks down with eyes full of mercy and says, "Abba, another one of your children has knelt. Another heart seeks your voice in the storm." The Father replies, "Tell them, my son, tell them I have never left them, that my mercy is new this morning, that I still walk with them through the valley and the mountaintop, that I still collect their tears in my hands." And Jesus speaks into the morning light. "My child, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." Matthew 6 verse 34. "But this day, this sacred morning, is yours. It is my Father's gift to you. Breathe it in, walk it gently, and remember, you are not walking alone." A single mother in Nebraska, sitting with a coffee she barely had time to make, hears that truth deep in her spirit. A firefighter in California, just ending a night shift full of smoke and cries, bows his head in the parking lot, whispering, "God, protect my family." A college student in New York, anxious and unsure, wipes away a tear while scrolling through a devotional app. And somewhere in Georgia, a retired grandfather prays for his family and this broken world with the same faith he's had since he fought in Vietnam. All across the country, his children rise, imperfect, burdened, but deeply loved. And God leans in again, whispering to every heart, "You are my masterpiece." Ephesians 2 verse 10. "Before you opened your eyes, I sang over you." Zephaniah 3 verse 17. "My grace is sufficient for you today." 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. "Be still and know, I am God." Psalm 46 verse 10. Then the morning prayer continues, not in perfect words, but in surrendered hearts. "Father, I give you my worry, trade it for peace. I give you my control, trade it for trust. Let me love like you love, forgive like you forgive. Lead me to be a light even when I feel dim. Remind me that I am not here to be perfect, but present, not to impress, but to obey." And Jesus turns again to the Father, smiling. They're learning. They're leaning into you. And the Father, with infinite patience and unmatched love, speaks one last word into this fragile, beautiful morning. "I am with them. I always have been. I always will be." And so the day begins, not with chaos, but with calm. Not with fear, but with faith. This is not just a prayer. This is a divine embrace, a daily renewal, a soul remembering its place in the arms of its Creator. Let every heart in every state hear it. From the quiet towns of Iowa to the bustling streets of Chicago, from the mountains of Colorado to the beaches of Florida, may this morning be holy. May this prayer be your anchor, because God is not far away. He is here, right now, just for you. And as the sun begins to lift itself fully above the horizon, warming rooftops and rustling trees, God continues to whisper into the hearts of His children. He doesn't shout. He never forces. His voice is like the gentle breeze that nudged Elijah on the mountain, still, small, and yet more powerful than thunder. "Child, you don't need to have it all figured out today," God says, as if He's sitting on the edge of your bed, brushing away your fear with His presence. "I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for connection." Jesus turns to the Father again, His voice soft with love. They carry so much, Abba. The weight of their past, the heaviness of expectations, the ache of broken relationships, the anxiety of what tomorrow might bring. God, whose heart is endlessly patient, replies, and yet, I will carry them. Always have. I carried them through the sleepless nights when they cried alone, through the years when they questioned their worth, through every silent morning when they prayed and wondered if I heard. Tell them, son, they were never abandoned. And Jesus speaks again, into the soul of a young woman in Texas, overwhelmed by life's detours, into the heart of a man in Michigan grieving the loss of a father he never reconciled with, into the quiet soul of a teenager in Ohio just trying to belong. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11 verse 28. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in. Revelation 3 verse 20. This is not a religion talking. This is a relationship reaching. And then the prayer deepens, not as words, but as surrender. God, forgive me for the times I ran from you when you were the only place I was safe. Heal the parts of me I've hidden from everyone else. Give me strength to let go of what I can't control. Help me to be still, not just on the outside, but within. The Father gently responds, you are forgiven, you are loved, and you are free. It's a freedom not always felt in the headlines or the chaos of the world, but it's a freedom that runs deeper than anything man-made, a freedom bought on a wooden cross and sealed in an empty tomb. And God, still speaking, begins to bless the day ahead. To the teacher in Illinois walking into a classroom where she feels unseen, I see you. To the single dad in Arizona trying to be both mother and father, I am proud of you. To the nurse in Florida who holds the hands of strangers while losing sleep over her own family, I am with you. To the small-town dreamer, the broken-hearted veteran, the overwhelmed college freshman, the lonely grandparent, I am your God. I go before you. I walk beside you. And I dwell within you. This is the God who parts Red Seas, but also pours coffee for the brokenhearted. The God who commands galaxies, yet knows how many hairs are on your head. The God who created the eagle, yet still watches the fall of every single sparrow. And Jesus, full of joy, smiles and says, they're hearing you, Father. They're beginning to remember. They are not orphans in this world. They are sons. They are daughters. They belong. A deep, holy silence falls in heaven as the day unfolds, not because the world is perfect, but because the children of God are praying, rising, hoping again. So this is your morning prayer. Not one of performance, but of presence. Not one of control, but of trust. Not one of eloquence, but of intimacy. Lord, thank you for waking me up. Thank you for not giving up on me when I had given up on myself. Today, I offer you my mind, my time, my words, my relationships, my work, and even my weaknesses. Walk with me and teach me to walk like you. Jesus, lead me to love radically, forgive freely, and live with a peace that surpasses understanding. And in that sacred stillness, before the noise of the world floods in, the Father wraps his arms around you and says once more, you are my child. I have called you by name. You are mine. Isaiah 43 verse 1. Now go, and let this day be a testimony, not of your strength, but of my grace.